In the RacerX training group, we are here to show you some drills and things that we use with the kinetic band.
Corey Phillips here with F3 Fitness and Sports Performance.
Right, and so basically every step, it's constant work.
I'm a sport management major with a concentration leaning towards exercise science with a minor in nutrition. I'm just doing my review for Myosource.com on their training tool, Kinetic Bands.
This is the A script using the kinetic bands. Working on pushing the knee up, driving it up to your chest, kicking your legs out and snapping it down. This is the B skip drill. Kinetic bands give your body and your hip flexors the power to run a little faster from the hip joint. These are hamstring stretchers with the kinetic bands on. It's the snap. It loosens up your hamstrings before you're running. Proper warming up of hamstrings is what makes you superior on the track. Without hamstrings firing, there is no running. This is the groin stretch. You pull your knees up through your armpit and step through. It loosens up your groin before running. Everyone with groin issues, with the kinetic bands on and the groin stretches, it increases your ability to have stronger groin. This is a fast twitch drill. It works up your fast twitch muscles, kinetic band. Many workouts that we use in the kinetic bands, we do 150-meter turnarounds with the bands on. People that run the 800, they do anything from 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 3, 150s. And we're going to demonstrate a couple of curve runs with the kinetic bands on. Extend it, boom, boom. These are triple jump bounds that you can do with your triple jump phases in the pit. You can jump with your bands on. It increases your ability to jump further. With those training techniques and tips, you will go a long way with the use of kinetic bands.
Okay, what we're going to do today is go over a few form run drills. We have these excellent bands on. We have the kinetic bands on. I really love, as I've been a head track coach and knowing movement efficiency, teaching the proper way to cycle, activation, negative foot speed with kids. I feel like these bands are really where it's at because you get a development in the quads, you get a development in the hamstring. It's to drive the knee up to the chest, drive back negative. Keeping their feet all traveling in the same direction, utilizing the energy that's available in that linear movement. Alright? And so here I can't go out. That's what happened. When I tried to go over this cone, I wanted to go out, but it kept me here. So that's excellent in that aspect with the abdominal muscles and keeping it a stable movement.
Well, you're actually, with the two bands, the band on the front and the band on the back, you're actually getting the hamstring and the quad to work conjunction together.
So pulling up and then snapping down,
you're getting it from both ways.
Like I like it because I've got two bands.
Right.
So, I'm not just getting the, kind of the upswing motion, I'm getting the downswing as well.
I wanted something that could make me run to my potential. It works the hip flexor, which is important, which is pretty much the most important thing when sprinting. It forces you to bring your knees up. When you sprint, the lesser time on the ground, the faster you run. The hip flexor also works your turnover, which is important in sprinting because you got to turn over in order to sprint fast. That turnover is important in sprinting. So that drew me to my conclusion that I need to start training with the kinetic bands. I put on the kinetic bands and I did some lunges around the house. I did some B, A skips, C skips, and it allowed me to stay in shape but at the same time, it allowed me to increase my flexibility more. I was feeling a lot faster from the hip joint. It allowed me to increase my stride length, but then with the kinetic bands, I started to open up my stride length and I was running with longer strides. I was lesser time on the ground. I was picking my knees. The kinetic bands forced me to pick my knees up higher.